Kemboi Millicent to be able to take over from there.
And of course, watch out for the 16-year-old Alemayo currently in third place, and she has come here to show us what she's made of as we head back to the track, to the field where the hammer throw is still going on, and that's the Canadian. Takes a huge throw. Wow, that's huge, really, really huge from the Canadian Stickelberg. And you can look at her, she's jubilant, and look at how it went out. She straight away knew that this was big.
And if you see, she had earlier on, just the way I said, she didn't make it in the first ones, but of course she had to be sure that when I come this one, and that is why she has been able to throw. She's so happy about her throw of 69.49. Very impressive, because if you look at that posting, it's almost season best, definitely, yes, it's season best for her, and that's why it's a huge achievement. Any athlete you come to, and when you achieve your personal best, it is an achievement.
Beatrice Nedberg Lano of the Norway, currently in third place. Can she improve from the 69.49 or 70.77 posted?
And I think that should be her last draw. Hopefully she almost step out, but wait for the officials to be able to see if there is a throw there.
That is Beatrice Lano, the Norwegian. Looking at how she went. That was clean. That was nice. And I think that's just about 70 meters. As we are waiting to see the confirmation. 69.13 on her sixth attempt. That is clean. That is nice.
But at least, she had thrown 70, in the fifth.
Bianca from the Romania. The Romanian currently in second place, 74.06 in her last attempt. What will she post? Actually, her last attempt was a no throw. Now she'll be aiming to see if she can improve on the 74.06 posted earlier on. So you can see if she can make it. Beautiful there. That is nice. That is beautiful.
Yeah, and already, she has done her season best. And the way I say it, every athlete who has come here and be able to come and compete and make it, to be able to improve on your season. So it is gearing up in a very good way.
Actually, this coming in the month of April shows that as the athletics competition continues, we have a 72.3. Shows that at this rate, then we are going to see a very, very good competition. And also, let's go back to Rosalind, our athlete here. Let's see what Jenny is going to do. She's urging the crowd to come and cheer her on. Let's see how she's going to perform. But this race, this competition, this throw is turning out to be fantastic. It's good for everybody, as Pungea said.
And there's something that I just wanted to mention. I think we have seen so many times, in the European, when there is throwers that are always there, we are supposed to be cheering, and I hope that, the people, the crowd in the stadium can be able to cheer these athletes, because some of them, they need that power, they need that clapping, for them to be able to be signed. Jenna, her last throw.
Her last throw, and of course she's still in the lead. Did a 75.99, and of course she'll be very impressed. Her coach Greg Watson will be looking forward to see what Kasanovic is able to do, and it's a no throw, which means she'll still finish fast. Very, very jovial, and of course a very, very impressive human. Very happy, of course, very jovial, and you can see she's finally won the Kipkeino Classic after 4 attempts. Jane Kasanovic, she promised, she's delivered.
And there, Bianca Kjelpa second, Beatrice of Norway coming third, Belgium, Veneza coming fourth, Canadian Butler coming fifth. So there 5,000 is going on the track. Already 6 laps has already gone, and we have
the 16-year-old in the lead.
Absolutely. I think, when you have a very young, let me say something, especially for our viewer, when you have a very young athlete, most of the time, when they come to a competition, they have nothing to lose. Most of the time, the most experienced ones are always looking at his colleagues. But if you look at Alemayo, she has just come to the race. She knows very well that he has to have a train. And the only thing that I want to do is maybe to run the time. And I think, as I said again, we are going to experience Kenya, Ethiopia fight, but it looks like currently now, Ethiopians are dominating kipkeino for the 5,000 women.
That is Alemayo Marta of Ethiopia, currently in the lead, heading into the last 5 laps of this 5,000 meters. And of course, ahead of, just behind her, is another Ethiopian, yet again born in 2005. That is Lelmel Libret. That two Ethiopians taking advantage of the absence of Faith Kipyegon and of course Beatrice Chepkoech in this one. Robert, in the absence of the cat, the mouse must also make sure that it uses the dance floor very, very wisely. And now the Ethiopians open our dance floor in the 5,000 meters.
It's very, very tough. As you said, the absence of Beatrice and Faith, the Ethiopians are very, very fired up. They've come down to Kenya and they are out to send a statement. Kenya has been very successful in the 5,000 meters in the Olympics.
And of course, you look at that distance between the Ethiopians and the first Kenyan. It's huge, huge, huge. And that shows you that maybe we are witnessing what might transpire later on in the season.
Well, I think, Craig, let's be honest here. We are always talking about building an event because of just one individual. If you look at the stipulations, for example, the exit of Ezekiel Depoy, of course, and Conseslus, brought up a huge gap. So if we talk about the fact that, we have Faith, we have a lot of respect for Faith. It's very important that we have her, but it is also very important that we have other athletes that will be following the footsteps of Faith. Of course, we understand that this is the Olympic year. Most of the Kenyan athletes who are doing very well, some of them may choose to run maybe a shorter distance, at least or maybe even to skip here. But of course, as Peter has just said and as Robert has just put it, when we have Ethiopians dominating, it makes us feel like what's going on. 5,000 is our event.
You've talked about athletes maybe doing the shorter races. We've seen Mary Moraa doing the 400 meters in the national trials and of course trials for the All-African Games. But then she comes and says, now that I'm the defending champion over the 800 meters, I'm going to do it again. Does it send a statement to these athletes who say, okay, let me just try maybe a 400 meters and maybe a 800 meters I can do it at the national trials for the Olympics?
Well, of course, for those athletes who chooses to run a shorter distance, they're using that for the sprints. However, it's very important also to be noted that sometimes you run that sprint and then, 800 meters becomes the distance. But I think, something that is so incredible here, with 3 laps to go, if you look at the time that, the two Ethiopians are posting right, or will be able to post, will be very good times because from the beginning, they have been pushing. They decided that, we are not going to wait for anyone. And if you look at the bar, she's doing very well and still pushing on her own. It tells you that an athlete is in a very good shape. It's not easy to be able to run 5,000 meters and be able to be ahead of everybody and decide to pace for yourself. Because most of the time when we see 5,000 meters, you need a pacemaker, all of you will still be around. But as we can see, she's also still pushing and opening the gap.
And of course, she's as clear as daylight as she heads towards the last lap of this 5,000 meters. 16-year-old Alemayo Marta, born on 8th of April 2008. And of course, in second place, another Ethiopian, Libret Lemlem. And this just shows you that the Ethiopians have come here to send a statement that they want to reclaim their lost glory over the 5,000 meters. And it's all happening here. First things first, the 5th edition of the kipkeino class here. That you might be having the ground, you might be having the crowd, but we have the race.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's not like that you must have of course there's advantage always when you have a home crowd, but of course when you are dealing with a very strong competitor, automatically the crowd may not really be able to help you. And I think looking at the shape the form that Alemayo, she's pushing. It tells you that, she's in a class of her own. And I think it will be very interesting to see her, whether she's going to run the Olympics. Because remember, again, when you are still underage, you may not be able to compete the Olympics. But, of course, you never know. I think she could still be allowed to compete there. But, of course, she's in a very good shape, Alemayo.
Alemayo heading towards the bell as she aims to dethrone fellow Ethiopian Girmanwit Gabriel Zaha, the winner of the last edition, who won in a time of 14 minutes 49.97 seconds as she hits the bell. That is the 16-year-old Alemayo, very clear of second place Ethiopian, of course, in this one. And this has been very impressive. This has been very interesting as she goes here. That is Alemayo for you, winner.
I need one name. Good.
As she goes here, that is Alemayo for you, winner. Of course, we expect her to win the 5,000 meters. We expect her to continue dominating. At 16 years of age, you don't expect much from an athlete, but she's come down to Nairobi, come to high altitude, come to the Nairobi sunshine to ensure that she continues the tradition that the Ethiopians have set in the 5,000 meters women. Surprisingly, Kenya has the medals in the global scene, but in the kipkeino classic, it's the Ethiopians who've been dominating, and that is Alemayo showing the rest of the continent, showing the rest of the world that she has what it takes to dominate, like the likes of Timitiu Neshibaba, like the likes of everyone. Faith Kipkeino, and now she had the home stretch, very confident, and that is Alemayo. She will be lapping some of the Kenyans in their home class, and Alemayo, the 16-year-old, born in 2008, now in 2024, she's going to be the next and the new kipkeino champion over the 5,000 meters. Very, very impressive. And another very brilliant race. It's no longer going to be an Ethiopian.
The target actually, for the meeting organizer was for these athletes to be able maybe to run sub 14:45. But of course, being able to do 14. I think we were supposed to do 14. We should be able to bring it towards there. 15:14 is the time that they were able to run. So therefore, it tells you that
it's very, very